All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're diving deep into the future of learning, and specifically, the incredible rise of AI tutors. But this isn't just about cool new tech. Oh no, this is a story about a fundamental clash of ideas. A modern showdown between getting answers instantly, like from a machine, and the timeless wisdom of an ancient philosopher. So, let me ask you something. Just imagine for a second, you're completely stuck. Maybe it's a piece of code that keeps breaking, or a math problem that's just making your head spin. In that moment, what do you want? An AI that just gives you the solution, plain and simple? Or one that nudges you with questions until you figure it out for yourself? Your gut reaction to that question really gets to the heart of what we're going to unpack today. So let's get into it. Right now, we are smack in the middle of a full-blown AI tutor revolution. You've got amazing tools like Khan Academy's Khanmigo and Harvard's CS50.ai, and they are total game changers. The promise here is huge. We're talking about scalable, one-on-one, personalized learning for literally anyone on the planet. The goal isn't just to add a new tool to the classroom, it's to completely transform how we learn. And look, this isn't just some tech bro hype. Researchers are pointing out that this wave of AI could actually unlock brand new ways for us to think and solve problems. It's way bigger than just getting help with homework. It's about boosting creativity on a massive scale. But that brings us to the big question, doesn't it? Is getting the right answer fast really the same as deeply understanding why it's the right answer? Is there a risk that the answer machine just makes us dependent on it? And that's exactly where our ancient philosopher kind of enters the chat. And that brings us to an idea that has been around forever but is more relevant than ever, the Socratic method. This technique was born in ancient Greece. It's all about using questions to spark critical thinking, and it's been a pillar of education for, well, centuries. And now, in this amazing twist, AI researchers are dusting off this 2,500-year-old playbook to build the learning tools of the future. So what is the Socratic method really? Well, it's not about a teacher just dumping information on you. It's a dialogue. The teacher, or in our case, the AI, is more of a guide. They ask these really smart, open-ended questions designed to get you to question your own assumptions and eventually have that aha moment all on your own. And you can see how it works here. It's like this really intentional back and forth. It kicks off with a big question, but then it gets deeper, challenging you with stuff like, well, why do you think that's true? It pushes you to find evidence. The tutor never gives you the answer. It teaches you how to find it yourself. And this is where we get to the main event, the big showdown. On one side, you've got the direct tutor, the answer machine. It's all about speed and efficiency. It tells you exactly what you did wrong. On the other side is the Socratic tutor, our philosopher. It's slower, it's more about reflection, and the whole point is to build that deep, lasting understanding. Now, this is super interesting because there are definitely two sides to this coin. The Socratic way, it's amazing for building critical thinking and making you a more independent learner. But let's be real, it can be slow, and for some students, especially if they're stressed or just need a quick fix, it can actually be pretty frustrating. It's not a magic solution for everyone. Okay, so the million-dollar question is, which one is actually better for students? The instant answer machine or the slow-burn philosophical guide? Well, a really fascinating study from Georgia State University dug into this very question, and what they found is maybe not what you'd expect. Turns out, the answer is, it depends. What the researchers discovered was pretty clear. There is no single right answer. It's not one size fits all, not even close. Some students absolutely thrived with the Socratic questions. It made them think, it helped them learn. But for others, it was just annoying. They wanted the direct answer so they could get unstuck and move forward. And that insight, that everyone is different, is what led them to something really powerful. Instead of picking a side, they said, why not build a tutor that can do both? They came up with 5 key design principles that go way beyond this either-or debate. It's all about creating a flexible tool that gives students what they actually need. So let's break these 5 down. All right, takeaway number 1 is all about flexible hint styles. This sounds simple, but it's huge. The idea is that the student should be in the driver's seat. Because think about it, what you need can change based on the problem, your mood, or how much time you have. True personalization starts here. And this is a perfect way to picture it. Just imagine a simple switch in the app. One side is Socratic mode, for when you really want to wrestle with an idea. The other is direct mode, for when your project is due in an hour and you just need to find that bug. Giving the student the power to choose is absolutely key. Okay, principle number 2 builds on that, and it's called adaptive debugging. This is so important, especially for things like coding. The kind of help you need when you're a total beginner is completely different from what you need when you're an expert.
I mean, if you're just starting out, you need someone or some AI to walk you through your mistake step by step so you learn the logic. But if you've been coding for years, you just want the AI to point out you missed a comma on line 73 so you can get on with your day. A great tutor has to be smart enough to know who it's talking to.
The third takeaway is something every student can relate to: getting ready for a test. How you study when you have a month is totally different from how you study the night before. A good AI tutor needs to get that. So, the perfect tutor would have different modes. Weeks before the exam, you use Deep Mastery mode, which uses Socratic questions to make sure you really get it. But the night before, you switch to Rapid Check mode for quick-fire yes or no feedback. It's all about having the right tool for the job. Our fourth principle brings us back to the real goal of any good teacher, right? To help the student get to a point where they don't need the teacher anymore. The AI tutor shouldn't be a crutch you rely on forever. It should be more like training wheels that you eventually take off. And this is how you do it. Instead of just blurting out the answer, the AI should give hints step by step. Start with a tiny clue. If you're still stuck, okay, maybe it gives you a piece of the code. The full, complete solution should always be the absolute last resort, not the first move. And that brings us to our fifth and final takeaway, which might be the most practical one of all. You can have the most brilliant AI in the world, but if the app is clunky and annoying to use, nobody's going to use it. The user experience has to be totally smooth. I mean, nobody wants to be copying and pasting code between 5 different windows. It's just a nightmare. The best AI tutors will be built right into the tools students are already using. Little things like a button to easily paste your code make a huge difference. You want to reduce the friction so students can just focus on learning. So in the end, this whole debate, the answer machine versus the ancient philosopher, it's kind of a false choice, isn't it? The future of learning isn't about the AI deciding for us. It's about building tools that give us the power to choose what we need when we need it. So the real question these amazing new tools are asking isn't for the AI developers. It's for you and me. When you have the choice, what kind of learner will you choose to be?